It's me, Bree McGee. Welcome to my little corner of the world, the cosy home of wholesomeness, and I hope your day is going swimmingly. During today's Breeze, we'll be discussing, could you manage without the internet? So grab that drink and snack, there's work to be done. Now, could you manage without the internet? I'd like to say for myself an emphatic yes, absolutely. I remember a time when there was no internet, and I think that was better all in all. There are two things though I would miss if I didn't have the internet. One of those is YouTube. Obviously I wouldn't be able to do my videos or watch anyone else's. And the second thing is acquiring my groceries being delivered. I wouldn't be able to order my groceries because I obviously do that online. But I was thinking about times gone by where there was no internet, and how did people get their groceries who couldn't manage to get to the supermarket? Well, people rallied around back then. They helped one another. They helped neighbours, family and friends. They just helped one another. So if someone was going to the supermarket, they'd call next door or to the old lady down the road and say, "Oh, I'm popping to the shops. Do you need anything?" You know, that kind of thing. And it's not something you see nowadays, at least not in my experience. People are busy. Whenever you speak to anyone, the thing they always say is, "Oh, I'm busy." And yeah, I get that. People are busy, so perhaps they don't have time to do that. But I do think that idea of community has gone somewhere. There's a lack of empathy now. And I'd also go as far as to say that it's bordering on apathy. But that's, again, just my opinion from what I've seen myself. And so those are the only two things I would miss from the internet. I don't use the internet very often at all. I don't log onto things very often. I certainly don't go onto social media very much. And I think that without those things, life was just simpler. I think that's the word I would use. It was simpler back when there was no internet. You know, people weren't sending emails to other people across the office. You know, they'd walk over and speak to them, that kind of thing. And or they'd send a memorandum. I can remember typing loads of memorandums when I was before the internet, when I was working in offices back then. But no, I think that the internet has taken away the personal side of life where you connect with one another, be it community or just speaking to one another because of work situations or whatever it is. You know, families would get together more, whereas now they do it all on this, what's it called, FaceTime thing. I don't know. Maybe it is just my opinion and my view, but I do think that this has taken away a personal aspect of life. So would I go back to having no internet? Yes, I would. I would go back to that because I just felt as though it was a nicer, simpler time. But of course, you know, I will probably get told that the internet's fantastic. You know, we've made great leaps and strides, and yes, there have been great leaps and strides. It's just that I'm not really interested in what they are, and I don't take part in any of them. So hats off to those who get benefit from that. But for me personally, I would quite like to go back to times before the internet, when we didn't have to log on for everything. No matter what you do, you have to do it online these days. And that's leaving some people behind, because not everyone is able to do that. Not everyone has the wherewithal or the capability or the technology to do that, and they're being left behind. I'll be honest, and I've seen that with my own eyes. You know, I've been at the doctors when people have come in, like of the older generations, and they've said, "Can I book an appointment?" and then being told, "No, you have to go online," and they're standing there at the desk, and I just it makes me so sad that you can't just help someone in that way anymore. But, you know, it is, as they say. Times have changed, and Yeah, but there's a big portion of us that are being left behind, and I count myself in that. So could you manage without the internet? Do let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear your side of things. Do let me know. But I've got things to do now. But thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. And from my corner of the world to yours, cheerio, and mind how you go.